Okay. Keefe D got his sentence for the kind of jailhouse scuffle that he had. I wanted to get your thoughts on if you thought it was fair or if you thought it was a little much. So it looks like he got 1 to 3 years, and evidently, I would imagine if he were to cut a deal or he were to get convicted of the Tupac thing, I'm assuming they would add these years on. But I wanted to get your thoughts on that as well. So what do you think about the sentencing that happened with Keefe D over this jail fight?
Well, what I think about, it, I think it's unfair. Unless you're the aggressor, or you got some evidence that they've been warning you that hey, no fighting, or you two better cut that shit out. If there's some evidence of that, but from what all we saw on tape, it looked like the guy took his shirt off and was ready to rush Keefe D. And Keefe D was walking with an officer at the time. And I feel Keefe D had the right to defend himself.
D. Davis has been found guilty on 2 counts related to a jailhouse fight he was involved in back in February. It's important to note this case is completely unrelated to the charges Davis faces for the murder of rapper Tupac Shakur. Davis will be sentenced on May 27th.
Now, what he got was actually 16 months, a year and a half. It might have been 18 months, but I think I read 16 months to 4 years. And in Vegas, they have where you can go up for parole or go up if you don't get in any trouble. So a lot of people are like, oh, that don't matter. It don't matter. Well, it matters if you really think, and if you sit in the Keefe D position where you think you're going to beat the case. So if Keefe D does beat the case in March, he still got to do a minimum of 16 months from the date of the sentence, which was, let's just say, in August. So a year is 12 months. So that means he'll have to stay in jail now until at least the end of December of 2026, or really about January or February of 2027. So that's a big deal. You know, if you really believe you're going, and those of y'all are rooting for Keefe D to beat this case. I really think it's unfair, like I said, because it appeared to me from what I saw, and like I said, we always speaking on YouTube, and that's what's so unfortunate about stuff, because everything is just so, we only have pieces of whatever's leaked out. And as we know, it'd be a lot more that's 2 cases and stuff. And so, yeah, that just messes up Keefe D feeling like he can maybe get out of jail in February of 2026 if he beat that case. Now, I'm not one to believe Keefe D is going to beat this case unless his lawyers don't get off their ass and start doing the motions to get all of the videos and books and all of this shit dismissed. And so I heard Suge Knight say that I'm the responsibility for Keefe D being out there and giving interviews and writing books and all of that. Well, I had nothing to do with helping them secure that book deal. But I did pass along his phone numbers to, a couple of YouTube channels. And then he negotiated bags with those different platforms. But I was lining the nigga up because I knew he was going to be running his mouth and talking. So I wasn't the one coming out talking about free Keefe D and all of that. I told y'all when I got mad at Keefe D. And it was like, because I always felt Keefe D and them did what they were supposed to do. The entourage, me having a whack-ass security guard on him, and the niggas in the entourage that was Suge, and the way they were rolling and all of that is the reason why Death Row and Tupac and all of them look so weak and let Keefe D and them ride up and do what they supposed to do. But when you niggas went and put hands on Orlando Keefe D and them was supposed to do what they supposed to do. So I ain't have no problems with them doing what they supposed to do, long as you willing to take those penitentiary chances, which they obviously were, the four in that car. But when he started clowning, talking about Tupac break dancing and he saw bullets going, that's when I started talking bad about Keefe and turning on Keefe and calling them in the middle of the night, harassing them and shit. So y'all, when y'all going and telling Mr. Knight all of y'all information, all you half-ass YouTubers that's trying to get 2,000 or 3,000 views, make sure y'all tell them everything that Reggie Wright do and say it and stop giving him the half-ass stories. But it don't care no more. We passed it now. We're done. You can put a fart and roast that motherfucking pig between Reggie and Suge relationship. It's done. Done data. But my whole point is, and all I'm trying to say about the Keefe D thing is, he better try to get all this stuff dismissed. And if he don't, he better not go before no jury, because if so, he's going to be doing life in prison. So I really predict that he's going to be taking a plea deal for about 10 to 15 years. And hopefully he gets out when he's about 75. And then he get another 5 to 7 years of his life to live. Should be his goal. But that's all I see is from that incident. I know I went away from the topic a little bit, but hey, that's the problem. The only problem I have with Keefe D. That's my prediction of what I think gonna happen in March or February. And I'll be glad when it's over, so people can stop all that nonsense and saying Reggie has something to do with the murder of Tupac. Because that bothers me. It does. I know a lot of you clown ass niggas thinking y'all can be Reggie right now. I'm talking about you YouTubers. And get justice for Biggie. Like Reggie got justice for Pac. But you niggas ain't smart enough to do no shit like that. Peace.